Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as Emperor Charles the Great of the Holy Roman Empire. We are 57 years old now and still maimed, but still alive. I think in actual history, Charlemagne lived until the age of 70 or 71, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll see if we make it that long with our maiming. We'll maintain our hunting focus. In our last episode we set up an anti-pope and pressed his claim on the papacy, so we now have the pope as our vassal, and all of this land that previously belonged to the papacy is now under our control again, which is very nice. This gives us the ability to request a claim on basically any duchy title that we want, and also to excommunicate people at will, which can be a handy tool if we need to, say, deal with any rebellious vassals or that kind of thing. Militia training ground, okay. And our Duke has revoked a county, which is okay for him, I guess. We would like to go to war with the Byzantines again to get the rest of Sardinia down here. I think we still have a truce, though, for quite a while, for another 7 years. So in the meantime, I guess we could start claiming some duchies and taking them, or we could maybe declare a holy war on the Umayyads. That might be a good use of our time. They might be a worthy foe. There's some kind of revolt going on, it looks like. So they will be distracted right now. Okay, I guess we might lose the papacy? Is that a thing that can happen? I thought he would just stay our vassal forever. Oh well. I guess we could always do another anti-pope claim if we needed to. So we could do a holy war for Barcelona, maybe? Navarra? Nearby Sunni rulers might ask to join the Sultan in defense of their faith. I think we could handle them, though. Yeah, let's do this. We can conscript merchant ships, but I don't think we are going to need to. And we may as well just raise all of our troops. And gather them together over here. You guys can stay at home. The Duchess of Flanders has usurped the title Duchy of Flanders from, I guess, the previous Duchess of Flanders. Okay. That's fine, I guess. He likes me, so not a big deal. We have only one vassal in factions. We have a peasant revolt, which we're going to have to deal with as well. Fortunately, we can do that pretty easily with the troops we have raised right now. This guy we should probably deal with, Unwan the Impaler. Doesn't like that I have the wrong government type. I guess he is tribal, is that why? Yes. There's a bishopric in here, though. I guess we could upgrade his holding for him, or something, I don't know. I guess we'll just send him a gift for the moment. We can spare the money and maybe an honorary title. Not a big deal, he's not very powerful anyway, but we could have no factions, that would be nice. So these peasants, I wonder if we can deal with them with this many troops. I think we probably can. We'll just divert 600 more to make sure of it. Fortunately, they are parked in the mountains here. We'll probably have to take some losses to attack them in there. But that's okay. Oh, and we accidentally marched troops through the Norse raiders, but we won the battle, so all's well that ends well there. Oh, and army from Provence is attacking the rebels. Unsuccessfully, it seems, but I appreciate that they tried. So we'll get our first 7,000 or so troops on the way down to our target duchy. How strong are the Umayyads right now? At 9,000, okay. Nothing to be too concerned about. So we had a grandson. With no particular distinguishing traits. And a courtier died bedridden and infirm. So this guy is inviting me to a plot to kill Argantmoe de Nantes. I'm not sure that I care about that either way. This guy? He's just a courtier of mine. He is possessed and ambitious. Seems like a dangerous character. I'll accept. So the rebel army is trying to escape here. But they did not succeed. And Provence even came in to help us out. Burgundy is trying to revoke a county. Which he can do, I suppose, if he wants. Oh, and we lost a battle. Apparently one of my little armies got caught in there. Not really a big deal. We'll just continue to follow until the peasants are destroyed. Should hopefully happen in this battle. And then we can enforce demands, execute the imprisoned, which costs us 20 piety. Surely our vassal pope should be able to grant us absolution for that. Didn't have to cost us piety. To the most illustrious Emperor Charles, the good burghers of Chaumont are barely able to pay their taxes. Our coffers are empty. I humbly ask that you lower the taxes for your cities. So thanks to our superior stewardship and diplomacy, we have the options to bribe him or to flatter and soothe him. And we will flatter and soothe him since that's free. Such a wonderful bouquet. The complex blend of flavors spreads over my tongue just as the warmth spreads in my belly. These monks certainly know how to make a fine wine, so we can visit the monastery more often and either gain one learning or become a drunkard, which would be a pretty bad idea. There is actually no health penalty to being a drunkard, but it is otherwise pretty negative, so I think we'll just maybe become temperate instead. Which we didn't, but that's okay. So no sign of any Umayyad armies moving to resist our advances here. He is also attacking Toledo, not too surprisingly, as well as this revolt war here. And he has a truce with Asturias. Oh, our grandson Karl Karling, of course the strong one that was named after us, needs an education, so we will educate him ourselves. Since he seems like a fine lad. This plot that we have backed apparently is not making much progress. Can we see the plot power anywhere? I'm not sure that we can. Oh well. Here's our first siege. There are 5 counties in here, so it'll take us a while to get all of them sieged. We'll probably get 100% from that before we even start getting the ticking war score, so that is fine by me. If they never send an army to come and fight me, I'm fine with that as well. We'll ransom any prisoners that we get. As soon as we get the message back about the first one, anyway. We'll hear about how we're a narrow-minded infidel and all that kind of thing. Narrow-minded clown, I think that's a new one. Damn your 7th grandfather. Alright, more Vikings. When guests arrive, my grandson Charles is the first to greet them and shower them with questions. Say this child clearly has potential when he will gain 1 diplomacy and become gregarious, which is pretty good. To 8 diplomacy already. Better than many grown men. Or women, for that matter. And there goes Toledo. Which is now called something different. Alright, we have this county entirely sieged. We'll move on. About his war against his rebelling emir. 19% in favor of the Sultan, so hopefully he'll be busy with that one for quite a while as well. We are looking pretty good on money. We can probably upgrade some more stuff in our capital here. We're going to need castle walls to upgrade the castle town any further, so we may as well build those. We could build an additional castle as well, actually. Sure, let's do that. We can give away one of our outlying domain counties that we don't particularly want. Alright, so here's the Umayyad army. They are going to attack my smallest army in the mountains here, which I'm probably going to allow them to do. Then we'll reinforce with the adjacent army here. Who should be able to get there in time. Keep an eye on the battle anyway. Ooh, the left flank here is buckling very quickly. And it's going to be a little while before our reinforcements arrive. 10th of August, so the army might not actually hold out that long. Battle ends first, we'll cancel this movement and not actually send the troops, because then we would be attacking them into the mountains, which obviously we don't want. They are following. One is also mountains. If we just retreat this army over here and hopefully change their mind about that. And we'll just merge these armies together to make a more reasonably sized one. You have converted a bishop. Why was the bishop not Catholic? Doesn't sound right. Oh, it's probably a Orthodox, I see. Because he is converting an Orthodox county. Seems that they are headed off to the west to deal with the emir, probably. We'll just continue with our sieges here. Make sure to keep our armies in larger groups so that we can't have any more setbacks like that battle again. Only cost us about 7% war score, so it's not a big deal, I guess. We will want to make sure that we don't let him get in and start resieging any of the holdings we've taken, but other than that, we'll be okay. We have bad news. Your attempts to increase the province levy have met with nothing but failure because of this mayor. Oh, okay. We get lower reinforcement rate, which is not good. And still 12% in favor of the Sultan in his other war. We have a Duke of Burgundy usurping a county title, okay. Not really a concern to me. We are at 44 of 44 on our vassal limit. I think we must have gained an extra vassal from somewhere. I think we were at 43 previously. We are going to have to do something about that when we finish this war. We should ransom some of these prisoners again as well. And my son asked me for a fief of his own. He'll mention a church career. Filthy clown. Okay. Clown seems to be the insult of the day. May Allah destroy your house. And here comes the Umayyad army again. So are they trying to attack me in Barcelona? Apparently they are. This is plains. No river crossing. And it only takes us 7 days to get in here, so faster than to get to the other county, so we should be able to reinforce this one in time. So I will allow this to happen even though we aren't getting a defensive bonus, under the assumption that this time our reinforcements will get there in time. Though they're subject converted to. And I think we can send them the day before, so let's do that. Yes, that worked out much better. We've broken the center and all of the rest of it. And we inherited a county, which we're going to have to get rid of. We won the battle, captured an emir, whom I will definitely ransom. Let's give away that county first, though, to a person who satisfies all of the usual criteria. Yes, an adult, and not a great house. This court chaplain will do just fine. Okay, so we're at 90% after that battle. I think we'll follow and try to fight his army again, since that might just be worth 10%. Leave that army there to complete that siege. I think between the siege and the battle we should get to 100 here. There's 95. If Charles is nowhere to be seen, you can always find him in the courtyard playing with his swords and practicing his sword fighting with older men, so he can become brave, diligent, or proud. He became proud, which is probably the worst outcome out of those, but it's not really a negative, so that's fine. Captured a mayor in the battle, and we did get to 100%, so let's enforce our demands. Alright, well, we can disband our troops, and we need to give away all these titles, but since we are just out of time for this episode, I'll probably take care of that off-screen in between this episode and the next. So we'll continue next time. Thanks for watching, and join me again then.